I want to talk about GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, costing $100 when it releases, and how if it does, this will change gaming forever. And that it's really not about Grand Theft Auto, it's really about what happens after the fact. Now, it's coming out that these publishers want Rockstar to charge $100 for their game, that Rockstar has an obligation to the gaming industry to charge that much. And I mean, it's kind of obvious why, but before we get into that, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what games used to cost versus what they cost now and the excuse behind it. When you look at the N64 era, games cost anywhere between $50 and $80. You did have a few exceptions of games that cost more than $50. It was very few and far between, but there were games that cost like $80 back on the N64. Looking back, I think it's insane that games even cost that much back in the 90s, but they did. The baseline was $50. And then during the 7th generation of home consoles, it was standardized to see them at $60 each. That was the standard across the whole industry. Now everybody knows about Nintendo starting to charge $80 for their games. There's this whole inflation argument. Well, the cost of everything's gone up, so the cost to make games has gone up. The development cycles are longer. It's harder to make games than it was before. So it's really all these excuses. If you're not new to the development cycle of GTA 6, it's reportedly costing anywhere between $1.5 billion or $2 billion plus to develop this game, or Rockstar could justify their game costing $100. This is a huge issue for me. If GTA 6, it pisses me off. The publishers think that Rockstar has an obligation to charge $100 for their game. No, absolutely not. Rockstar has an obligation to the gamer. They have an obligation to the consumer to not charge $100. I made a video on this, I don't know, probably 6+ months ago, talking about how Rockstar could potentially charge $100 or more for their game. But the reality is this isn't going to help the gaming industry. This is going to hurt the gaming industry. You're alienating the consumer. You're punishing the people that are actually buying the game, that want to play the game, charging them $100 for a video game. It's not that I don't think GTA 6 is not worth that. If it were to come out today and they said, hey, it's $120, I'm slapping my card on the table and I'm paying $120. But that's not the point. These other companies, Ubisoft, Activision, EA, these companies, they want Rockstar to charge $100. Why? So they can turn around and charge $100 for their games. And it's not okay. You cannot. GTA 6 could justify a $100 purchase price. Activision, Call of Duty, Madden games, NCAA games, anything EA sports related, anything associated with Electronic Arts, Ubisoft with their Assassin's Creed series, there is no reason that their games should cost $100. I take nothing away from the developers. I take nothing away from the studios doing the work. But this is the reality, that if you continue to rise the price of these games, you're going to push the normal people out. That gaming is now only going to be a rich person activity. Not even necessarily a rich person activity, but like the middle class is already being suffocated. Like they're already trying to get rid of the middle class. You're either poor or you're rich. You either are rich so you can game, or you're poor and you're left with the scraps. The gaming industry believes that Rockstar has an obligation to the gaming industry to charge $100. I get it. GTA 6 has been in a 10+ year development cycle. If you ask me, it's development hell. That they're in a crunch, that developers are working long hours, 6-7 days a week to get the game done, that they're even cutting content out of the game. We don't even know if the game is actually going to be released in November. My best guess is the shareholders and Rockstar want this and need this and are probably going to force this to happen. I wouldn't be surprised. If any game earned a premium price like $100, it would be GTA 6. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game in probably all time. Of all of modern history and the history of gaming, this game by itself is going to turn gaming on its head. But I hope to God that it has nothing to do with the game costing $100. Okay, you want to bring it to the table that the game cost $80? I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. I think that's fair. But charging $100 in the gaming industry, wanting Rockstar to charge $100 is greedy as fuck. You could not excuse it or explain it to me in any way that would make me believe otherwise. This is a danger. If you ask me, Rockstar has an obligation to the consumer. They have an obligation to the people that buy their games, because without them, this is not possible. Video games wouldn't be where they are today without the consumer. And the last thing you want to do is punish the consumer by charging $100+ more for your video game. Fuck the gaming industry. They're the rotten sons of bitches that push out these companies like EA, Ubisoft, and Activision that push out this slop, the battle passes, the season passes, the games as a service. And it's slop. It's trash. They put all this energy into charging you more during the game's life cycle and then turning around the next year, releasing what's actually just a DLC, charging you full price for it and repeating the same business model. We just consume, and the game doesn't actually get better. Here's something else. And I don't believe that game prices or the prices of consoles are rising because of the chip shortage. I think they're rising because they know GTA 6 is about to come out. And what I'm scared of is that it's going to be really hard. If you want to play this game, it's not going to come out on PC until like February of 2027. Look, if you don't have a PS5, if you don't have an Xbox Series X or Series S, you're not going to be able to play this game. If you don't have an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, now's the time to go get one, because by the time GTA 6 rolls around, I bet you it's going to be near impossible, if not impossible, to get your hands on a console. And if you do, you're going to have to pay some scalper $2,000 for a console that's 6+ years old. That is ridiculous. Don't put yourself in that situation. If you're in that situation, you want to play GTA 6, delete your social media, stay away from online stuff so you don't spoil the game, and fuck that. Don't pay those ridiculous prices for a console unless you got it. Unless you got it like that. I don't think there's an issue with modern AAA titles looking good. I think when it comes to graphics, all these games, all these AAA studios and these games that they publish, they do look good. The problem is quality, and Rockstar is known for their quality. They're known to put out finished products. That's what they're good at, especially since the release of GTA 4. You look at the level of detail, the level of quality, the passion that was put into the game. These other studios, these other AAA publishers, they don't even come close to what Rockstar can do. They continue to prove that they're not interested in that. They continue to prove that they're only interested in the money, the greed, and they don't actually care about the consumer. All they care about is that you're stupid enough to fall for it and you purchase their slop. What they want is GTA 6 to cost $100 so they can charge $100. I hope Rockstar understands this, and I'm sure they do. I'm sure some of the biggest people in the studio understand exactly what is happening. I don't know. I cannot say for a fact that they're going to make a right decision. I am leaning towards the idea that they are going to make the right decision. The shareholders are going to make the right decision when it comes to the cost of this game when it releases. This can't happen because these other studios, these other publishers want to charge $100 for a game that's unfinished. Broken releases, broken launches, games as a service. Oh, we'll fix it as we go culture. And that's what's wrong with gaming right now. That's not the biggest part of what's wrong, but it's a large part of what's hurting games. What's hurting these big titles that come out, like Madden. Any EA title, like EA with their Madden games, or NCAA, you have people complaining after NCAA 25 that the game just is not the same anymore. It's like buff, like it's not fun. It doesn't have that fast-paced energy. It doesn't have that college feel, that it's closer to Madden than ever. Madden is broken. It's a predetermined animation simcade football game. It's not real. That's why people get pissed off with that shit. Like, it's just year after year after year of the same bullshit. I have not been competitive in the Madden space since 2018, and I have no interest in going back at all. Same thing with Call of Duty. I'm finished with the shit because it's broken. It's fucking bullshit. Like I said, it's a casino with respawns. This is about the players. It's about the fans. It's about consumer trust. You don't punish the guy that buys the game by charging an obnoxious amount for your video game. You prove to the industry why you're Rockstar. You prove to them why you're the top dog. You show them who's boss. not charging $100 for the video game because the industry wants you to charge that much. Is GTA 6 worth $100? Probably. Yeah, no doubt. But it's the implication, the danger behind charging that much for a video game and what the rest of these studios, the rest of these publishers are going to do. They're going to follow suit right after Rockstar. Do you think GTA 6 should cost $100? Let me know. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up for me. Talk shit down in the comments. Until the next one, I'm out of here.